on? It's a beautiful day out today, perfect kind of weather for a convertible. And while it might not be as convenient as actually having a convertible C8, I'm gonna show you just how easy it is to take the top off of a C8 Coupe. All right, so we're gonna go POV mode right now. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is get in the car. I actually personally like to roll the windows down, turn the car on, roll both windows down, go ahead and turn that off so it doesn't keep beeping at you. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and open the trunk. Now, of course, you can't have anything in the trunk because that's where the roof is gonna go. Now, if you have like a little bag or something, you might be able to fit it either a little bit behind here because the roof does sit at kind of an angle, but there really is not much room in here at all. I mean, there's not much room to begin with, but when the roof's in there, there really isn't any room. So once you have that open, you can come back over into the driver's seat. You're gonna wanna flip down the sun visor, open up this first latch, and then you can easily reach over to the passenger side, open up the other latch, lower this lever. You're gonna wanna push this button up, and I like to hold this lever because otherwise it'll come and smack you. So there it is, locked. You just wanna kind of rest your anything on here on this lever and then push this button and it'll release it. You can slowly do that so it doesn't come and whack you. And then this is really the most difficult part, which you're going to want two hands, so we're going to go ahead and switch over. Now, when lifting the roof off itself, I like to actually go ahead and put a foot into the driver's side footwell, and you actually want to push up from the front side and get this front lifted up first. And once you have that lifted up, I like to put my other hand in the middle and kind of support it, and then you kind of just lift forward and up so that the back portion kind of unhinges itself. And this is the most awkward part, but once you get it up in the air, you can see it's pretty light. And then kind of like to carry it from the middle here. Go ahead in the back, and the way you want to drop it in, so if you took the roof off just like this, you took it off, it wants to go in the trunk exactly like that. So just in the same orientation that you took it off, down here, that's what you want to kind of align the roof into. And that's essentially what's locking it in on the back side when you're taking it off. That's why you lift the front up first. So you kind of just slide that in there, and what should happen is the clip right here is going to line up with this locking mechanism, and you do have to use some force. Now, if you do this a couple times, I think it kind of, I don't know, breaks in or whatever, but you just kind of push it. You have to use some force. Don't worry, you're not going to break it. Do both sides, and there you go. The roof is off. Close the hood, and there you go. You got yourself a convertible. All right, so you had a great time in your C8. You went and ripped through the canyons. You had a great time. Now it's time to put the roof back on. So just as easy as it was to take it off, it is the same to put it back on. Go ahead and open the trunk, pop the roof out, and should have done this first, but you want to have the door open and ready so you can go step in if you need to. Go ahead, use two hands on the outer edges to lift it up. And again, you want to keep the orientation just like it was in the trunk. This might be a little of a hard part. I like to just balance it. Again, it's pretty light. It's just an awkward piece to hold. And what you want to do is kind of drop the backside in first, and you can align it with the body lines of the car. There's like 4 main body lines on the roof of the car, and you can just align that to make sure you're properly aligned. And then once the back is in, you kind of just push down on the front part. You can reach over and do the same thing over there. And then once that's done, get in, reclip everything back to where it was. Just go ahead, you just push the lever back. It's going to lock onto this latch. Once you hear that click, it's good. Turn around, come over here. Lock that one. Lock that one, and that is it. You are good to go. Roof back on. Just like we started. All right, so that's gonna be it for this one. Again, it might not be as simple as just pressing a button like you would in the convertible, but taking the top off and putting it back on is something you should totally be able to do by yourself. It is a little awkward to hold, but just take your time with it. You don't wanna scratch your roof. And I'm sure after doing it a few times, you'll get the hang of it. Super easy to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this back off. It's just too nice of a day to not have the roof off. And yeah, till next time, peace.